Am I mistaken, or did somebody lay hands on Hazley? Finally.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What,
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 4, Episode 13. There's one more left, and then we go into the daggone reunion. We're actually going to see the first part of the reunion next week, right after the show. They are really trying to hurry up and wrap this mess up. But they started off, there was a thing where Moniece was actually doing like a listening party for her song. And the only thing because this was kind of a boring episode until what happens with Hazel. Just hold on. Y'all gotta let me make y'all listen until I get there. But just hold on. This is gonna be a short review. But Masika was just standing there, and nothing really happened at the listening party. But Masika had this little ponytail. I thought her ponytail was cute. She had one of the old type of genie ponytails pulled back with the little balls where your hair separated to the little balls, and she had like some braids up top. It was kind of cute. Like, I never see her in nothing cute. Like, her hair was cute. Anyway, so I happened to look at her, and I'm like, God, she's not fat. Not at all. So don't take it that way. But she's not fat. But she's a goddamn Amazon. Like, I looked at her next to Moniece looks like a little goddamn kid standing by Masika. I did not realize this girl was this big. She is just huge, like an Amazon. I'm like, wow, Masika, there's a lot of you. A whole lot. So I guess that she was like perfectly fit for, her body type is perfectly fit for like Cisco, because he's a big dude. I didn't realize she was that big. When she's filmed by herself, she looks like she's tiny, like Tiara. But she's not. She's a big bitch. But anyway, that was that. That's the other thing I noticed about them. Then we see Keisha Coles with her father. She has just met her father in the last few years. And they have a really good relationship. And I just said, you know what, I don't have a whole lot to say about that, but it was good to see, and I'm happy for her, because that child has been through a whole lot when it comes to family and family bonding and finding who really is her family. So it was just nice to see that she finally found her family. She's found all the members, for the most part, of her family, and and the dad was the jackpot, because they seemed really, really happy. And what I did like, her father didn't down talk Frankie. No matter what the situation was before, he kind of was like, you know, I messed up too. It is what it is. I'm better now. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you came into my life at this time. It just was good. Like, it was just all over. It was good. Nobody was placing blame. There was no underlying shade. She just finally got peace and tranquility with at least one of her parents. So good for you, Keisha. Happy for a change. Okay, next we got Brooke and Donatella. And they're talking about this girl showcase that Donatella wants to throw. In the midst of that, Brooke sent a text to Marcus to tell him to send her a piece of her song so that she could actually play it for Donatella. This fool that sent her the version of the song with Bridget's damn vocals on it. And I don't even think he realized that he actually even did it. But a mess. So she had figured out that he done gave her song to Bridget. So I said, oh boy, here's going to be some problems. We'll get back to it. Moving on. Next we see that Fizz, he's still running around, and he goes to talk to April. April looks fantastic. Fantastic. Omarion's nowhere to be found. But April is sitting there. Fizz gets to talking to April about this whole bull crap about B2K reuniting. And she said, and you know, Omarion don't want to do that. This, that, thing, and the other. And he's telling her, well, we basically might have to move on without him. And she's like, well, how is that even possible? And I said the same thing, girl. How the hell is that possible? You couldn't hardly make it with him. Now, how y'all gonna make it without him? And then you talking about Ray J. And Ray J, we watched Ray J, seen him. Ray J literally has gained a shit ton of weight. And he literally looks just like his dad. Looks just like his dad. And ain't nothing wrong with the looks. You know, nothing wrong with the looks. Ray J's still a little cute, little fat. Well, he ain't little. But, you know, a little chunk of a little man. Just cute. Cute as he could be. But B2K, no way. No way. There's no day in the week, nor on the weekend, that Ray J will ever fill Omarion's shoes or even come close to it. So this little B2K reunion thing with Ray J, child, get on. Y'all playing games. Moving on. So that's that. Then Brooke and Bridget have a little talk. And Bridget doesn't say anything about her going to Catalina. After she talks to Brooke, because you know what, them two have a tendency to take constant pot shots at each other. I'm like, y'all are ridiculous with this whole trying to be friends. Y'all ain't friends. Y'all really are messy to get like that. And I couldn't even be bothered with a bitch like that that's constantly taking shots at me. I've even been smacked her in the face. I just couldn't do it. But they're going back and forth. And in the midst of all of that, we found out that damn Bridget is a hot mess. Bridget actually had James leave his wife for her. And then she cheated on him and everything. So that kind of brought me back. Said, wow, you really are a tramp. But on the other hand, James, I don't feel sorry for you now because you actually dogged your wife to get over there and she did you in. So that's karma. So I don't feel bad for you no more either. You cute, but you stupid. And you got exactly what you deserve. She should have dogged you out because what comes around? Anyway, moving on. Bridget was left with that conversation trying to figure out, did Booby play her? Was Booby bringing her to Catalina to get at Brooke? So now you're a slut and you're insecure. How fabulous. Mess. Anyway, moving on. Moniece meets up with Alexis and serves her a cease and desist. Whatever. And she just tore it up. I'm like, well, girl, you're on camera and everything else. Goofy. That's that. Ray J ends up meeting with Fizz. And this is when the damn Fizz told Ray J, I've been calling though. And I was calling him on a number and then changed the number. And then after that, I hit him on Instagram and he ain't been answering me. I said, girl, I don't want to be bothered with you, chap. He called him and he changed the number. I was like, dang, that's kind of shady of Warrior, but whatever. Then he says to Ray J, you know, about replacing Omarion. And Ray J was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, child, you set yourself up for failure. You just got done singing that dumb One Wish song, and what nobody even that was there was paying attention. So what do you think you're ready to do with some of that B2K? Child, bye, Ray J. Stop it. You grasping at straws. Quit. Moving on. Then we end up, Bridget and Brooke end up running into each other with Marcus there. Brooke played her hand. She said, okay, because Bridget showed up late for Marcus's little listening party for his song. And Brooke told him, oh, play the song again. But instead of playing his song, they actually played that version of her song with Bridget on it. And then she busted down like, so what's up? Y'all fucking what? What's going on? And Marcus is sitting there looking like a deer in the headlights. Then the next thing you know, he ended up getting played looking foolish out in these streets yet again. When Brooke and Bridget literally started arguing over Booby. Oh, girl, I can have him. If I call him right now, bitch, he'll come on down here. Bitch, and I can jump on that piece whenever I want. And Marcus was just standing there like, and And he feeling some kind of way. Brooke said she was done with that trying to fight over little boo-boo. Little boo-boo got your woman. That's you can say what you want to say. Yeah, she want to be with Marcus and all that, but she ain't got no problem disrespecting Marcus when it comes to Booby. I'm like, that's a hot mess. And she do feel some kind of way. She wasn't feeling that Bridget shit. And then she ended up, going on out of the door. And I said, the only thing with Brooke, you don't have no standing comebacks. Whenever she goes through these little things and she's like, oh, I'm just done with all this. I'm out of here. If we had made an agreement, girl, I would drag you. And Child Lyrica was over there throwing shade, giving, girl, drag her. Go ahead, drag her. I said, no, you ain't instigating, Lyrica. A mess. But she ended up saying, I'm out of here. And I was like, so you call yourself dismissing her, but you kind of looking stupid, bro, because you was trying to play both ends against the middle, and you don't really have Marcus, and you don't have Booby, but you still arguing. You looking kind of stupid right now. To me, it just seems like Booby got a hot dick, and he is having no problem using it. Mess. And ain't nobody mad. That's the part. Ain't nobody mad. Y'all all mad at each other. Sound like Booby got it going on. Anyway, moving on. Then we had a scene with Lyrica and Keisha. She went down and she apologized to Keisha about snapping out that day when they was in the studio with A1. Keisha didn't give a shit. And then they segued into the whole, I don't have my father, oh, my sister died. I'm going to dedicate my album to my sister. We ain't going to go through all that. But yeah, that's her whole thing. Her twin sister passed. You know that. She had lost her twin sister. And when they were babies. And she dedicated the album to her. That's it. I ain't going all into that. Going to the gravesite and all that stuff they did. I ain't got that to do. Moving on. Okay, so then we got Lucci. Because Lucci actually had gotten an invitation from Lyrica to come to her listening party, but was told, you cannot bring Chanel West Coast. That bitch is not my friend. And Alexis is my friend, and she's going to be there, so can't be none of her. So Lucci ends up getting Chanel and Alexis together to try to mend the fence. And in the midst of it all, he really is an ugly something that really thinks he got it going on. He tried to talk them into a threesome. I said, if you don't get your ass out of here, sitting over there looking like the damn devil. Just ridiculous. He looked like the red devil on that cheap red devil hot sauce. He looked just like that damn fool. Anyway, they told him no, and Alexis was like, that is never going to happen, man. Never. I'm never going to sleep with you again, and I'm definitely not going to sleep with you and this bitch. Next thing we know, we go to Lyrica's event. Alexis and Chanel show up together, baby. They didn't put Lucci out on the outside. That happens a lot. That happens a lot. It's something, I always find it funny when a man thinks he's the shit and he brings two lesbians together and then he ends up on the outside. For some reason, that just tickles me. I mean, don't judge me. That's just something that I see happen a lot. And I just think it's funny. I just think it's really funny how you all go in as a snack pack and then the snackers stay together and the cracker has to go. I just don't get it. But it's funny. I like it. Anyway, so he was on the outs. Them two was together. Then them two went up against Ray J because they seen Ray J. Told him, we don't appreciate the way that you did Hazel E. And Ray J was like very unapologetic, like I helped her and I don't care and I ain't taking it back. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, last thing. So we go down to this rehearsal for this all-girl show that Donatella's having. Child come in there. Brooke and Bridget kept it cute. They ain't bothered with each other. That was it. Hazel come in. Hazel doing her thing. Masika that came in 2 seconds after she seen her. Hazel saying something. And she said, oh, go ahead, young man. They was calling her young man. Child, I was falling out. They were just sitting back there reading her. Brooke and Masika were reading Hazel for filthy dust. And she said, you know what? Come on down here nasally so I could give you something. Hey, she will say, really? I ain't coming down there. Masika said, that's okay. I'll come to you. She was taking off running over there. And I don't know what was up with the security. But they actually let Masika get to Hazel. Hazel was standing up on the stage, and Masika's on the bottom. Now, I told y'all Masika is a damn Amazon. Some kind of way she ended up getting a hold of Hazel. And at one point, she had Hazel all the way coming over. I said, oh, bitch, she got you, bitch. Had her yanking her child. And why was Donatella back there narrating the fight? She said, oh, she's losing her wig. Maybe she needs to have it sewn down. I said, oh, my God. But she was looking crazy. Masika got her. She got a hold of Hazel. I said, oh, see, you done finally messed up. And somebody actually got their hands on you. She had her wig just as cocked ace deuce when she let her go. It was all twisted. I said, girl, they're going to run out there and get ready to leave. You know, people get tore up. Always be talking stuff. Anybody else want to fight? I know you don't. I don't know if anybody else will do, but I'm sure you don't. Try to get that wig back straight and get on out of there. I said, that was a hot mess. But it's a shame, but I was so glad somebody finally laid hands on Hazel Lee. Maybe she'll shut her mouth. Anyway, I'll see y'all next week for the reunion. I'm about sick of Hollywood. Hollywood that lost his zeal. I'm ready for them to end. All right, later, y'all.